This flew well under the radar last year. And I've discussed this before, and I said that, the streaming wars has left out certain participants. And, all these big boys are trying to knock each other out. Right now you're seeing, the situations with Paramount. Paramount's having some issues. HBO Max has some issues, but, they're hoping the Snyder Cut will boost them. I mean, does anyone pay attention to Apple TV, really? I mean, is there really anything to watch, that is brand new on their site? And same thing with Peacock. Peacock brought over all the sports and stuff like that a lot of it behind paywalls, and that pissed off a lot of the sporting fans because basically NBC is shutting down their esports section and moving it all into Peacock and onto USA Network. I mean, they're putting some things on USA Network, some things on the free side of the wall on Peacock. All the rest of it, where you used to be able to get it all in one shot, is now behind an additional paywall. And then, of course, you have the other sections, which is basically more the anime, which you had Crunchyroll sold to Sony and to Funimation. So it's Crunchyroll and Funimation together as one. Netflix, on the other side, has been putting out some good anime out there. It's been making popularity. Some people are enjoying some of the stuff, and some people are not. And that, hey, yeah, that happens. That really happens. Even though you have like Hulu and some of the others, they do have a little bit of anime in their systems. And there are a couple of mini little outlets out there that carry anime, like High Dive and Retro Crush, which those are two very good sites. One's free. Retro Crush is free. The other one, you do have to pay. It's a low fee. They got some good stuff on there. They bring in some of the a redo. The Healer is in there, but it's an edited version of it. Of course, they censored out the sex scenes in there, even though they said they do show uncensored versions. But Redo the Healer happens to be one they don't do on, but that's okay. That's all right. But one company, and like I said, this flew under the radar. Most people push this one aside because they said, this is just a small little company. What can they do? Well, this time last year, Tubi was bought out. And if you're not familiar with Tubi TV, I've mentioned this site before, and if you watch my Dr. Slump video, Tubi TV is a site. It's a great little site, and I've said this many times. It's great. It's a free site. You have to watch. It's like Hulu. You have to watch commercials. The difference is Hulu you pay a monthly fee. Tubi, you don't pay a monthly fee. And most of their stuff is based on commercials. And the thing about it is, they just got bought out for $440 million. Now, you may ask yourself, well, who would buy something like this? Who would buy this company? Well, Fox did. And you may say to yourself, what? So Disney owns it now? No. Don't jump to that conclusion yet. Nope, Disney does not. While Rupert Murdoch was selling off 21st Century Fox to Disney, he took that money and reinvested it immediately. $440 million in cash and a piece of the Roku, I believe, stake in Roku, he bought over the Tubi company, Tubi TV. Now, Tubi TV, if you haven't realized how much is on there, they offer over 20,000 older TV shows and movies free. They now currently, as of last year, they had 25 million subscribers. As of August of last year, Tubi has gone to 33 million. I don't have current totals number, but they say their streaming has rose about 58%. They're growing at a good rate. And like I said, there's tons of stuff on here. Recently, they just bought in. You can recently watch, in fact, I watched the other night, the original and the newer version of Battlestar Galactica. That's right, folks. You can watch both versions of Battlestar Galactica. Now, Season 2, Galactica 1980, is on there with the original Battlestar Galactica, only missing a few episodes, which I've noticed that on some streaming sites. I don't know why that happens. But the original run of Battlestar Galactica is on there. You have other stuff like Beast Wars. Some of the actually, almost all the Transformers series are on here. You have Ultra Force, if you have not seen that. So some of the great Saturday morning cartoons like the Chuck Norris series, Denver the Last Dinosaur, Cops, The Adventures of Batman, Gem is on here. You have anime on here like Galaxy Express, Captain Harlock, Macross. You got some great films in here. Underworld, Cradle to the Grave, Karate Kid, Big Mama's House, Harold and Kumar, Little Nicky. They have classic westerns. They have stand-up comedy. They have titles that are just only available. They're exclusive to Tubi on the classics end. They have preschool, kids, family. They have Spanish soaps and movies. Like I said, a lot of kids stuff. They also tout some channels in there, Con TV, Dove Channel. They have stuff from Lifetime Network. I mean, there's so much in here. I mean, the anime, they even have Attack on Titan in subtitle format. JoJo. They have the original Yu-Gi-Oh series, One Piece, Death Note, One Punch Man. I mean, there is a ton. Ruby, even. Ruby's in here. Ghost in the Shell. They have the movie versions of the TV series of Ghost in the Shell. You know, there is so much in here. Now, you may ask yourself, well, you know, what's the whole big purpose to mention this? Well, here's the other part of this story. And this was also a bit quiet. Back in 2016, with the original owners of Tubi, Toei made a deal with them for some of the stuff that's currently on here. Well, just this past, about a couple weeks ago, they've just renewed their contract, this time with Rupert Murdoch at the helm. And they've just inked a major deal with Toei Animation to bring even more to the site, which just changes the whole parameter of the streaming wars, especially in the animation end as well. Basically, they'll be getting more One Piece, an old series called Slam Dunk. If you haven't seen that in a long time, the basketball one. And the reason why we had a separate video, Dr. Slump is coming to the U.S. technically for the first time. And the thing about it is, it's the list that's coming, that's they're also getting, is not only One Piece and what I meant, Saint Seiya is getting this Santina show, Hades, Gigi no Kitaro, like I said, Slam Dunk, Dr. Slump, and the One Piece specials, 3D2Y, the episode of Sabo, The Adventures of Nebulanda, Heart of Gold, episode of East Blue, episode of Skypiea. All that is coming, and more, and much more. I mean, just alone the Dr. Slump coming to America fully for the first time. Now, it's not going to be an English dub. I don't think so. I believe it's going to be subtitled, but to see this in some better quality. I mean, the DVD release itself wasn't the greatest in the world, but it was the only way to see it. It was either you could see it that way or you see it as a bootleg. There was not too much of a push for Dr. Slump at the time because Dr. Slump was before Dragon Ball. Remember, Akira, Dragon Ball, and some of the other big ones, Robotech and stuff like that, are the ones who came forward bringing anime into America. Dr. Slump was on the back end. Same thing with Galaxy Express. A lot of people don't tout back, but these things need dubs finally, a proper dub, and a proper remaster. Unfortunately, we need a real good company to do it. We can't leave it in the hands of Funimations or Crunchyroll. We need someone to come in, or for freaking Toei to sit there and pay it on that end and do it on their end, because they're the ones who know the best for it. Because we'll actually probably get a proper translation. But this is big. This is really big because this is going to be the beginning change. People have put out Tubi TV. The same thing with Crackle. Crackle just got sold out to another company. Chicken Soup for the Soul, I think, is the name of the company. I think it's no longer owned by Sony. And a lot of the content has been disappearing off their site. They still have content, but they don't have the content at all. If you notice, Netflix got the X-Men Japanese anime and the Wolverine and the Blade one, and that used to be on Sony Crackle. So a lot of things have changed. The parameters are changing as far as the anime world, the anime streaming, and you may discount. They only have like over 33. Let's call it 45 million subscribers and growing. It's not the 200, 300, or whatever you want to call it, but they're moving. They're bringing content. People are tired of some of the newer programming. People like the older shows. They like Friends. They like Seinfeld. They like all these classic shows. I mean, I have someone in the chat, in the comments line that says, this is just, the old classic stuff. It's just, a phase and stuff like that. No, it's not a phase. That's why you have channels like MeTV that's doing excellent. MeTV, Heroes and Icons, the Movies channel, and actually the channel is called Movies, and many other channels. Grit is another one. Those put out good programming that a lot of people want to see. And basically, the classics have always been, very good, as long as they don't change anything to it, don't throw on any warnings or stuff like that. I mean, the good sites haven't done any of that. Tubi TV it's out there, and and you may ask yourself, well, why did Rupert keep Fox and throw everything on there? Wasn't worth it. He needed a site that he could build a new network on. Because the other half of this story, the other half that I haven't told you yet, is that Tubi TV will be starting to produce their own programming.
I fucking knew it! Oh!
And movies and specials, just like Netflix. Tubi TV is what Netflix was well over a decade ago. But see, the difference is now, Tubi is already established. It's well established. It's not like Paramount. It's not like HBO Max. It's not like Peacock. Tubi has been around for quite some time. They have been building slowly. Slowest one wins the race sometimes. Because this site has been calculating what they could put out, how they could put it out, get it out to the customers. And I'm going to tell you, they're going to give it time. They're going to be a contender. They are going to be contender. If they're going to start making their own programming, which they are, they're going to have their own exclusive movies, series on this streaming site. Believe me, I know Netflix is watching them right now. Watching what they're going to do next. Because when you look at the site, look at the way it's done. And it's a very well done site. It's not cheaply done. It's well. There could be some improvements. Yes. But it works basic. You know, it's very easy to navigate. So you've reached the end of this video. I mean, this is a great time to see a small little workhorse like this get a boost. Thank you for tuning in. Comment in the comment line below. Tell me how you feel about this. Do you believe that they could contend? They could give Netflix and knock a lot of the others out of the ballpark? We're already seeing problems. There are a couple of the sites already having issues. Paramount just got launched and they already have issues. Hit that subscribe, hit that like, share this video, hit that notification bell. It'll let you know when new episodes of Man with the Show air here on Q2Cast TV. We try to put out videos daily during the week because I know that's a lot of my Q2Cast viewers do watch. I do have a lot that are overseas that watch on the weekends, and I thank you for that as well. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye now.